All right, it's 45 minutes Mat Pilates. Let's jump right into it. We're going to start down on our mat with the typical warm up, warming up the spine and the hips. So join me on your mat. I'm going to shift myself over to get there. Starting off in tabletop position, hands right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're just going to start with some cat and cow. So dropping the belly down and then pressing the belly button up towards the ceiling, really doming up through the shoulders, through the hips, pull the pelvis forward, engage lower abs like you're trying to create a C shape with your spine, or scoop your abs out here. Inhale, drop the belly down, and then exhale, round up through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly down, inhaling through the mouth. And then exhale as if you're trying to blow up a balloon and fill it up with air. Inhale and exhale. On this next movement or the next couple, I want you to initiate the movement from the tailbone. Exhale, press the belly button up towards the spine, filling up that balloon with air. Inhale, drop the belly down. The tailbone initiates the movement first. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Bring the spine back to neutral. We're going to stretch it out and open up the backs of the legs just a little bit. You can walk your hands forward just a few inches, pop yourself up to downward facing dog. Alternate bending knees here. I like to start with a little bit of a stretch because I feel like it just helps with mobility and flexibility as we go through some of the stretches. From here, guys, I want you to either walk your hands back towards your feet. So if that requires you widening your stance here to the width of your mat, do that. Walk your hands to your feet or feet to your hands. We're going to round up through the spine, coming all the way up to standing. Nice job. Inhale up overhead. And we're going to dive our hands back down as if we're about to do a Pilates push-up or diving down into the water. From here, guys, alternate bending your knees. Alternate bending your knees. If you want to walk your feet in a little bit closer together, if they're wider apart, you can do that now. Hands are going to find our shins. Inhale, halfway lift, extend up through the spine, and then exhale, fold all the way down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Hands find your shins. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold all the way down. Release, relax, let go, let everything go. Hands find your shins 1 more time. Inhale and exhale, fold all the way down. Hands are going to find our mat, and we're going to walk ourselves back out to downward facing dog and alternate bending your knees once you get there. Hopefully those calves feel a little bit more open, the hamstrings. Drop your knees back down to the mat. We're going to do a few more cat and cow here. Wrists back underneath the shoulders. Drop your belly down. Inhale through the mouth or the nose, and then exhale, filling up your balloon with air, really engaging those lower abs, C curving through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly down. Last time here, exhale, rounding up through the spine. Draw the spine back to neutral, and then just think about drawing your shoulders to your hips. So lateral extension and flexion with the spine here, just drawing side to side, just moving in a different direction. And from here, guys, we're going to come down into the Pilates 100. So cross the legs underneath you, come down to a seated position, shift your hips to the center of your mat. Hands are going to come behind your knees, and we're going to round down through the spine all the way down onto our mat. Bring the knees into the chest. You can rock side to side here for a second to massage that back on the floor. Legs are going to extend up, either knees bent, fully extended, or legs open like a book, heels together, toes apart, hands down by your side. Option to raise the head up if you want to, or keep it lower, or alternate between. I want you to raise up the hands and the head if you're going to join me, and start pumping the arms like you're slapping puddles of water. We're going to inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. Inhale through the nose and exhale like you're filling up a balloon with air. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So as we do this, that lower back stays planted on the mat. And we're not really working the upper body too much here. We're just warming up the chest, the shoulders. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. Nice job. Lower the head and neck down, look left and right. We're going to plant our feet down on our mat and hands are going to come behind our legs. We're going to do the modified roll up. Draw your chin to your chest and then walk your hands up your legs to come back to a seated position. For modified roll up, your feet can stay planted or legs can be extended. The feet can be close together or hip width apart. More modified version, feet are going to be a little bit wider. For the modified roll up, for the modified version, your hands can be behind your legs. I want you to roll down through your C curve all the way halfway down and then walk your hands back up, coming back up to a seated position. If you want to work with your legs extended, hands are going to be out and we're going to C curve ourselves, tucking our tailbone first underneath us, finding that cat position, and then coming back up to seated position, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to do 5 of these all together. So pick your leg position and here we go. Inhale, exhale, rounding back through the spine. Inhale, come back up to seated. And exhale, let's prepare. Inhale. Exhale, rounding down through the spine. Press that belly button back towards the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, come back up. And exhale. If your legs are extended on this next one, inhale. I want you to think about reaching your legs long out in front of you, so much to the point where they're going to help you and assist you. Draw yourself back up to seated. Nice job. Inhale. Exhale. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale. Reach in opposition here, unless your hands are behind your legs, helping you to assist you to come back up. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, guys. Inhale. And exhale, rounding down through the spine halfway and coming back up to seated. Nice job. We're going to take a little stretch. So reach up and over, seated forward fold here. We're going to come back up to seated and we're going to do the full roll up. So plant your feet here, shift your hips towards the center of your mat and walk your hands down all the way down onto your mat. Feet can be planted. And if that is the case, I want you to use your hands to walk yourself up. As you come up, extend the leg and reach the hands forward here. And as you come up into this full roll up, I want you to think about someone's pulling you from behind. So you're still trying to find your C curve from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And then you're going to bend your feet again and walk your hands down. Hands are going to come up to the ceiling. If you're doing the version with the legs extended, arms are going to be extended up towards the ceiling. Draw the chin to the chest, round up through the spine. We're going to flex the feet and then reach up and over, but we're still trying to find that C curve. So I don't want you guys to roll forward too much into the hips. I want you to stay a little bit back behind the tailbone here and really think about finding that C curve, stretching that lower back. All right, guys, let's start. Either plant your feet or extend your legs long. Here we go. We're going to roll down or walk your hands all the way down. Reach your hands up towards the ceiling. They only come that far. And then reach your hands back up with control. No momentum here. Reach up. And then reach forward. Flex your feet. And now keep your feet flexed. We're going to roll back down again. Roll all the way down. Roll down through the spine. Come back, arms reach up towards the ceiling. Here we go. Reach up, draw the chin to the chest, round up through the spine. Reach up and over, keeping that C curve, reaching long, flexing your feet. Here we go, 2 more, rounding down through the spine. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach up. Come back up to seated. Reach up and over. Nice job. Here we go, 1 more time, rounding down through the spine. Nice job. It's all about control, guys. Reach the hands up. Inhale. And then exhale. Round it up through the spine. Reach up and over. This time, come all the way up and over. Seated forward fold. Nice job. From here, guys, we're going to go into the series of 5. So hips are going to find the center of your mat. You can bend your knees if you want to. We're going to walk ourselves all the way down, rounding down again through the spine. Draw the knees into the chest, rock side to side. We're going to go into the single leg stretch. So both hands are going to come to the top of the right knee. We're going to pull, and then switch, pull, and switch, pull, and switch, pull, switch. Here's 8 more. Let's go. 8. And as you pull the knee into the chest, we're keeping that lower back planted on the mat. The legs stay to the inside of the frame of the body. And my hands give my knee a little bit of tug, activating my chest and my biceps. Here's 4 and 3 and 2, and 1. Nice job. Lower the head and neck down. Look left and right. Release the neck. We're going to go for the double leg stretch. So we're going to reach the arms and legs in opposition. Swoop the hands around. Pull the knees into the chest. Reach in opposition. Swoop the hands around. Pull the knees into the chest. Reach and swoop and pull. One more time. Reach, swoop and pull. We have 8 more. Here we go. Keeping that lower back planted on the mat. And you can lower your head and neck down here or alternate depending on what feels good for you. And the legs can go straight up towards the ceiling or they can come out on a diagonal. The most important thing is keeping that lower back planted because we want to make sure there's not even a space where we could slide a piece of paper underneath. Give me 1 more here. Nice job. Hold it out here for 4 and 3 and 2. Swoop the arms around. Drop the head and neck down. Look left and right. Release the neck. Nice job. Extend one leg up towards the ceiling. Opposite leg is going to reach out on a diagonal. Hands come behind the hamstring, calf muscle, or the ankle. We're going to pull, and switch. Pull, and switch. Pull, and switch. Pull, and switch. So legs act like scissors here. They move together. We're pulling that leg in towards the chest to find a little bit of mobility and flexibility. Give me 8 more here. We're going to pick up the tempo. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Nice job. Lower the head and neck down. Look left and right. We're going to take the hands underneath the hips now. Knees are going to be bent, extended, or feet open like a book. The other option, and we're going to lower down for 2 and then raise up for 2. The other option is to thread the hands together and place the hands behind the head and work from here. But range of motion is going to become a little bit smaller if the hands come behind the head. So just know that. Here we go, guys. We're going to go for 8 altogether. Here we go. Lower down for 2 and up for 2. Lower down for 2 and up for 2. 6 more. Exhale. Inhale, draw it up. Reach the legs long if they are extended. Couple more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Nice job. Lower the head and neck down. Bring the knees into the chest. Look left and right. Release the neck. If the hands are threaded, bring them back there now. If not, join me here. We're going to do bicycle switch and switch. Switch and switch. 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 Give me a few more here. Here's 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Nice job. Lower the head and neck down. Hands come on top of the knees. We're just going to draw some circles, massaging that lower back here. Draw circles in one direction. And then switch other side. Just drawing some circles. From here, guys, plant those feet down on the mat and with control, drawing the chin to the chest, walk yourself up. We are going to come over. So cross your feet here. We're going to come into tabletop position. We're going to go into the Sphinx to open up the neck and loosen up the neck just a little bit. So we're going to come down onto our mat. We're going to come up on our forearms. Elbows are going to be right underneath the shoulders. Hands are going to be facing forward. And we're just going to draw some half head and neck circles. So draw your ear to your chest, chin to chest, ear to shoulder. I'm sorry, ear to shoulder, chin to chest, ear to shoulder. Here's 4. And I want you to think about raising up your torso here. So we're engaging our abs, trying to flatten out the lower back as we do this. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. And we're going to move into the single leg kick. So feet can be close together, a little bit wider. Elbows stay right where they are. Make one fist with your right hand. Wrap the left hand right around. We're going to flex and point and lower. Flex, point and lower. Flex, point and lower. Flex, point and lower. But as we do this, guys, raise up that torso, contract the abs, and flatten out that lower back area. So my abs are just not laying down on the ground. I'm really active in my waist here. kick, point, and lower, kick, point, and lower. One more time each side, kick, point, and lower, kick, point, and lower. Nice job. We're gonna come all the way down on our hand or torso. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back into tabletop position. So come up into table. We're gonna do some leg lifts in the back, but as we do this, the torso isn't going to move. So I don't want the lower back to drop at all, up or down. I really want you guys to almost feel like, I'm gonna move my mat just a little bit. I want you to feel like you're almost in a cat position. Cat position being we're pressing the belly button up towards the ceiling, but not so tough. Just gentle, like we're flattening that lower back on the mat as if we were laying down on the mat. So I want you to feel like that same thing as if we were laying down here. Hands are going to come underneath the shoulders. We're going to extend the right leg to the back, and we're just going to lift and lower, lift and lower. You can point the toe or flex the toe if you want to. You guys may notice that your range of motion, once you're controlling your torso or your waist or your powerhouse, becomes a lot smaller. Here's 8 and 7 and 6, and the work is going to stay in one spot. You're really going to feel this in your lower glutes, almost the top of your hamstring. Here's 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, draw the knees together, sit the hips back, child's pose. We're going to go right into the other side. We're just going to take a moment here. Nice job. Come back up to tabletop. Let's do the other side. So prepare the torso first. Don't let the belly drop down. Press the belly button up. Flatten out this lower back area. Plug the left foot back. You can point the toe. Here we go. Here is 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. It's so easy for me to allow my powerhouse to shift here. Here's 4 and 3. I have such a strong tendency to let my upper body, my rib cage, drop down. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. Draw the knees together. Sit your hips back, child's pose. We're going to go into the double leg kick. Nice job, guys. Coming back up. Shift yourself towards the center of your mat and come all the way down. Descending, push up all the way down. Hands are going to come behind the back. I want you guys to hold on to 3 fingers. We're going to pulse the feet up, the heels up, flex the feet, pulse the heels up 3 times, and then raise up, and then lower down to the other side of your face. Here we go. Pulse up 1, 2, 3. Raise up, lift up, feet come all the way down, and then other side of your face. As we do this, the torso is engaged. We're still activating that powerhouse. Lift and hold for 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Drop it down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Feet come down. Lift up and hold for 4, 3, 2. That's a great Prince song. Drop yourself down. We're going to do one more time each side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Lift up and hold for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Last time. Here we go. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Lift up and hold for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Press back for a little piece of heaven into child's pose. All right, we're going to go into Pilates push-ups, which we kind of did in our warm-up. I'm going to slide this back just a little bit. All right, guys. We're going to bring your hands out to tabletop, curl your toes under behind you, press up to downward facing dog, and then widen your stance to the width of your mat. Widen the stance to the width of your mat. If you need to bend your knees, do that, and then walk your hands back so you come into a forward fold. From here, we're going to round up through the spine all the way back up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up. Inhale all the way up. Inhale up overhead. Now we're going to dive down through the spine, rounding all the way down, coming all the way back down into forward fold. We're going to walk out for 4. Here we go. For 4, 3, 2, find your plank. If you need to drop your knees down, you can. Engage your core here. Don't let your belly drop down. 2 push-ups. Here's 1 and 2. Press back up into plank. If your knees are down in your mat, walk back for 4. Here's 4, 3, 2, forward fold, round up through the spine, all the way back up to standing. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale up overhead, and then exhale, dive down through the spine, walk out for 4. Here we go. Here's 4, 3, 2. You're in your plank. Drop your knees down if you have to. Push up 1, push up 2. Yes, you can. Find your plank. Walk back for 4. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, forward fold. Round up through the spine all the way up to standing. Inhale up. Exhale. Dive down through the spine. Here we go, guys. Walk up for 4, 3, 2. Find your plank. Push up 1. A little goes a long way. Push up 2. Press back to your plank. Walk back for 4, 3, 2. Don't give up on me now. Yes, you can. Round up through the spine. Inhale up overhead. Last one, last one. Dive down through the spine. Walk out for 4. Here we go. Here's 4, 3, 2. Find your plank. Push up 1. Push up 2. Nice job. Drop your knees down. Sit back, child's pose. Nice job. Nice job, nice job, nice job. We're going to move ourselves towards the center of our mat, and we're going to come into the saw. So shift your hips towards the center of your mat. I'm just going to check the time. Beautiful. Feet are going to be hip width apart. Arms are going to be out to the side. We are going to twist. And I want you guys to feel like if we were sitting on a scale, like a floor scale. As we dive forward to pulse, pinky finger to pinky toe, both hips stay pressing down on the scale evenly. So one hip isn't raising up. There's a tendency for that to want to happen. So really keep both hip bones digging into the floor as we do this. Back hand's going to flip down and over to protect the shoulder. And I want you to think about diving up and over as if someone's pressing or pulling you from behind. Pressing, creating that C curve as you dive forward. There's lots to think about. Twist, dive it forward, pulse, come up, and twist. Join me here. Pulse, pulse, come up, and twist, pulse, pulse, come up. You may notice that one side's a little bit tighter than the other. I definitely do. Pulse, one side, it's a lot harder to balance my hips. Pulse, pulse. Come up one more time each way. Pulse, pulse, come up, and twist. I lied. Give me one more time each side, because why not? Pulse, pulse, come up, and twist. Pulse, pulse, come up, back to center. Nice job. All right. We're going to go into the neck pull down. This one's super challenging. If you need to bend your feet to place your feet on the floor, you can totally do that. If not, the legs are going to be extended and feet are going to be flexed. Feet can be the width of your mat or closer together. It's up to you. For more modification, the feet are going to be wider. We're going to extend the arms up overhead, or you can bring them behind your head. It's up to you. We're going to lean back as one piece of steel. Lean back, lean back, lean back. And when you can't go any further, we're going to C curve down through the spine and reach the hands back behind us. As we do this, the rib cage is going to stay down. The abs and core are activated. Draw the hands back up, chin comes to chest, keep flexing, reaching the legs forward, come back up to seated, sitting up nice and tall. Here we go, guys. Lean back, exhale, lean back, lean back, lean back, and then round down through the spine. Reach the hands back overhead, and then reach the hands forward. Keep the rib cage down, that's part of it. Round up through the spine, coming back up to seated. Let's do 2 more. Here we go. Lean back, one piece of steel. Lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back. Round down through the spine. Reach the hands back overhead. Keep the feet flexed if the legs are extended. Hands reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. Round up. Nice job. Nice job. One more time. Here we go. Lean back, lean back. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Lean back, lean back. Round down through the spine. Reach the hands back overhead. Keep the rib cage down. Reach the hands forward. Round up through the spine without momentum, and now reach up and over, seated forward fold. Nice job, guys. Coming back up to seated, we're going to do the spine stretch forward here. So I want you to imagine as if someone is standing in front of me and they're pulling me from behind. So they're forcing me into my C curve, but I'm reaching forward in opposition. So we're creating this beautiful opposition, belly button pushing back towards the spine, creating this C curve, and then reaching our arms and legs in front of us. If you want to, you can keep your feet planted here as we work on this. All we're going to do is, even if your feet are planted, I want you to imagine also this big, I always use the Bosu balls in the gym as the example, those huge exercise balls. I want you to imagine that you have one right here, and as we reach up and over, We're reaching up and over the ball, but we're not touching it. So even if the legs are extended, we're still reaching up and over. If the legs are extended, flex the feet, draw the toes back towards the shins. The heels may raise up off the mat here. No matter how you are, reach those arms out in front of you. Inhale, and then exhale, reach up and over. Create that opposition, press the belly button back, and then come back up to seated nice and tall, articulating up through the spine to come up nice and long through the spine. Here we go. Inhale, and then exhale, rounding forward, reaching the arms, rounding up over the ball. Inhale, articulating up through the tailbone all the way up through the spinal column. A couple more times, 3 more times. Inhale, and then exhale, round up and over. Come back up to seated. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, reach up and over. It doesn't look like we're doing anything here, but I promise you, inhale, come back up seated. We're working on our spinal mobility and flexibility. Inhale, and exhale, reach up and over. Hold it for 4 and 3. Find your breath. And 2 and 1. Now reach up and over, reach towards your toes, seated forward fold. That one I think is one of the hardest ones for me to do, just because I have limited mobility in my spine, and I really have to work towards finding that opening in my lower back and really pressing through the lower abs. Nice job, guys. From here, we're going to go into the open leg rocker, one of my favorites as well. There's always work to be done with this one. So we're going to shift our hips towards our feet. My hands are going to wrap around the outside, so my thumb's going to come to the front of my ankle. My pinky's going to wrap to the back. My fingers just find home wherever they are on my ankles. I'm going to press back without momentum. I'm going to walk myself back to my sits bones, and then I'm going to find my balance here. When I am ready, my toes can sit on the ground for balance. I'm C-curving through my spine, so I'm really working on my cat pose here. Press your belly button back towards your spine. You can also look down at your belly button if you want to. But as we do our leg extensions, you can look up in front of you, grab onto one ankle, extend the leg up in front, and with control, draw the leg back down. If it helps, you can also raise up your pant legs if you want to. Let's do the other side, raising up the opposite leg with control, lowering it back down. One more time each side. Leg comes up, hold it, and then lower it back down. One more time, opposite side. Nice job. And now let's try both legs, raising both legs up, still trying to find that C-curve with our lower abs, and then with control, lowering it back down. We're going to do that 2 more times to fight and work for our balance. Raise up the legs. Here we go. Hold it for 3 and 2 and 1. Lower it back down. One more time, guys. Here we go. Raise it up. Hold it here for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower the legs down. Now, if you want to, you can raise up the legs, hands come behind the knees, and roll all the way back for the modified open leg rocker. But if you also want to, you can try the full extended version or the full expression of open leg rocker, working all the way back and then coming back up to find your balance on your mat. Pick what version is right for you. And we're going to do 4 rocks all the way back. Here we go, guys. Find your position. And when you are ready, here we go. Inhale. And then exhale, rounding down through the spine. So round back up through the spine. Find your balance. Today may not be my day, but here we go. We try it together. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, round up. 1 more time. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, come up for balance wherever you are. Hold it for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job with control. Wherever you are, we're going to walk our hands all the way down as if we're coming out of a teaser, and we're going to rock onto our side. We're going to come into side plank. So just lining your body up with your mat. The options for legs are to press up onto your knees is option 1. You can also take the top leg extended if you want to. Another option is to stagger the feet and then press into your side plank or stack the feet. It's up to you. But we are going to press up in 4 and 3 on your elbow and 2. Press it up and hold. We're going to pulse the hip up and then draw it back to center. You can raise the top hand up if you want. Here's 4 and 3 and 2. And the hip pulses are optional. Last one, lower it all the way back down. We're going to swing our legs to the other side and do the other side. The hip pulses up. These are optional, by the way. Pick the leg position that's right for you. Find support on your elbow. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5. And the hips come right back to center. 4, 3. So it's a small pulse up. 2. And last one. Nice job. We're going to line our body up with the back half of our mat. I'm going to push my mat forward just a little bit. We're going to line our body up with the back half of our mat. I got to make some space for my plants. Our upper body is either up on our forearms or down on our elbow or fully extended. Our legs are reaching so much that I could slide a piece of paper underneath my rib cage here or my sideways. My feet are going to come to the front corner, or my bottom shin comes parallel to the front. If your leg is extended, you also have the option to tuck your toes underneath. We're going to stack the top leg. We're going to kick the left hand or right hand is going to come to the front for support. We're going to kick it twice and then reach it to the back. I don't want you guys to let the torso or the powerhouse move. Kick, kick, and then reach. Kick, kick, and reach. Let's do 4 more. Kick, kick, and reach. I want you to keep this working leg reaching really long out of the hip socket. Kick, kick, and reach. Last time. Kick, kick, and reach. Let's move into bicycles. Here we go. Swing it forward. Bend the knee. Shift it to the back, and then extend the leg. 3 more times. Shift it forward. Bend. Shift it to the back. Don't let the powerhouse move, and then extend. So this working leg is only going to go as far as the powerhouse is going to let us. And you should feel that in the top of the glute or bottom of the glute, actually, as you press the leg back right here. And then extend. Hold it here. We're going to bend the knee. Shift the shape to the front. Extend the foot. And then move the leg to the back. Bend the knee. Shift the shape to the front. Extend the leg. And then reach it to the back. 2 more. Bend the knee. Shift it to the front. Extend fully, reach it, and then reach it long to the back. 1 more time. Bend the knee. Shift it to the front. Extend the leg, and then reach it to the back. Nice job. Leave the leg there, fully extended. Flex the top foot. We're going to pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You should feel it in the glute. 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Bring the legs on top of each other. We're going to raise the top leg up, hip height, and baby circles to the back, the size of a tennis ball. Don't let the torso move for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Reach the top leg super long. Circles to the front for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And we have barrel circles coming up. Last one. So we're going to circle to the front, circle it to the back, draw the feet stacked over each other again. Reach it up all the way to the back. Let's allow the leg to rotate in the hip socket as you do this. Keep the hips stacked on top of each other. Don't let the hip drop to the back. Here's 3 and 2. Nice job. Last one. Let's circle to the back. We're going to do 4 to the back. Here we go. Raise it up with control. Lower it down and to the front. Here's 3, 2. Try not to let the torso move. We're going to go into hot potato. Last one here. We're going to tap 1, 2, 3 and lift with momentum. 1, 2, 3. Lift to the back. So 3 taps at the front and lift, and 3 taps to the back and lift. Couple more. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. One more time each way. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. I keep going. Keep going. 1, 2, 3. Lift. And 1, 2, 3. Lift. Nice job, guys. Take the legs on top of each other. We're going to rotate the leg towards the ceiling. So the knee is trying to face the ceiling. We're going to point the foot up and then flex the foot back down, squeezing. 7 more. Here we go. Point and then squeeze. When I say squeeze, I want you to feel the inner thighs, the glutes, the core still engaged. Here we go. Point it up, flex it down. Point it up, squeeze it down. Point it up, squeeze. 2 more. Point and squeeze. Last one, point and squeeze. Grab onto the top ankle, draw the foot up. We're gonna flex. We're gonna raise up the bottom leg and flex the bottom foot. So the starting point is where the leg is raised to, so we're not gonna lower it all the way back down. Here we go, pulse it up for 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Just hold it up there. 8, 7, 6, points and flex, points and flex. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Scissor kicks. Throw the left hand to the front. We're gonna switch and switch, switch and switch, switch and switch. Pick up the tempo for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, heel beats, guys. So come down onto your stomach, forehead, come down onto your hands, raise up the legs. We're gonna clap the heels together or hit the heels together, tap the heels together, 20 counts. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The whole point of that exercise right there, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press backward into child's pose, a little piece of heaven. The whole point of those heel beats is to activate the glutes a little bit more, just in case we didn't get them, which I'm pretty certain, hopefully we all did get them, especially after that. Come on, let's switch to the other side. So line up your body with the back half of your mat. Pick your arm position, draw your legs to the front, either your shins or your toes. We're gonna wait to the beat. Here we go, kick it to the front. And then reach it to the back. The right hand is in the front for support, or your left hand, and reach. Kick, kick, and reach. Keep that powerhouse strong. 4 more. Kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick, and reach. 2 more, 2 more. Kick, kick. And then we have bicycles. Kick, kick, and reach. Here we go. Reach the leg to the front. Bend the knee, shift the shape to the back, and then extend. Reach it forward, bend the knee, shift the shape to the back so it's not going to move all that much if we're keeping our powerhouse strong. Bend, shift it to the back. Notice how it doesn't go that far, specifically on me, because my posture is not, my lower back is super tight. Let's reverse it. Bend the knee, shift the shape to the front, extend, and then reach the leg to the back. 3 more, bend. Move that shape to the front, extend, and then extend the leg fully to the back. Here we go, bend. Shift the shape to the front, extend the leg out, and then reach it to the back. 1 more time, bend the knee, shift it forward, extend, and then reach it to the back. Hold it here, flex the foot, pulse it up. Pulse. Here's 4, 3, 2. Nice job. Bring the legs together. My legs are stacked. Raise up the top leg, hip height. Baby circles to the back, but I want you to be reaching this leg so long out of the hip socket. You're creating that space underneath your rib cage for tiny, the size of a tennis ball. Circle to the front for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Barrel circles. Reach the foot up and to the front and then all the way to the back. Reach it up into the front. Let the leg rotate in the hip socket. And we're not using momentum here. Last 2 until we switch the direction. Oh my goodness. Circle opposite direction for 4. Here's 4. 3, 2, last one, and we're going to go into hot potato. Tap 3 to the front and then raise it up. 3 to the front and then kick. Use momentum here. 1, 2, 3, kick and speed. 1, 2, 3, kick. 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 1, 2, 3, almost there. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. Last time. 1, 2, 3, kick. And now we're going to go into our leg raises. So rotate the leg in the hip sockets with the knees trying to shine up towards the ceiling. Point the leg up and then flex the leg down. Point. Flex the foot down. And what I mean by flex the leg down is that as I flex my foot, everything is engaging. Here's 4 and 3 and 2. Squeeze everything down. Last one. And squeeze. Nice job. We go into inner thigh work. So grab onto that ankle, draw the leg up, flex the bottom foot, raise it up. Here we go. Raise and lower to the starting point. So the leg never comes fully back down. Here's 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Leave it up there. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Last time. Scissors, guys. Draw the legs down. We're going to switch and switch, switch, switch. And if you want to, the supporting hand can come behind the head for a little bit more work. Here's 4, 3, and we're going to pick up the tempo here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. These are a little out of control today for me. Nice job. Let's do our heel beats. Last time on this side. Hands come down, forehead comes down. Raise the legs up. Beat the heels together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Press back for a little piece of heaven. Into child's pose. Nice job. I'm going to check the time. You guys stay right there. Oh my God, it's 12:45. Oh my goodness. There's so much more stuff I wanted to do today. Coming up out of that a child's pose, guys, we're going to come down to a seated position in 3. Take 3 deep inhales and exhales to finish today up. Until next week. Inhale up. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale up. Exhale, hands back down. Nice job today, everyone. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. I appreciate you all. I hope to see you all next week. We got so much other good stuff in store for next time. I can't wait to see you then. Have a great day, everyone. Stay hydrated. Thank you.